Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella. We're going to go over all of today's NFL action, early and late games, and we'll update you on the Sunday night game. We're going to talk about the Guardians and the Buckeyes. I'll do my picks of the week, and I'll tell you what I feel the Browns need to do to win next week's game against Pittsburgh. We'll also talk about the Buckeyes and and we'll talk about a little bit about the Cavs, as though we're a few days away from the first preseason game. We'll get to all that, but first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question, and it is a Browns trivia question. And here it is. In 1990, who was the backup quarterback to the Cleveland Browns? Bernie Kosar. I will have the answer later in the podcast. Right now we're gonna get to recap today's Browns game. Actually, this morning's Browns game, I should say. And the Browns had a chance to win this one, but they were not able to do that right at the end. Jordan Addison came up big when his teammates needed him the most. The Vikings wide receiver was benched for the first quarter of Sunday's game against the Cleveland Browns for missing a team walkthrough this past week, but he scored the game-winning touchdown in Minnesota's 21-17 victory over Cleveland at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on today. He spoke with the team to let them know that whenever I gave him the opportunity to go in the game, they could count on him, Coach Kevin O'Connell said. Addison caught a 12-yard touchdown pass from Carson Wentz with 25 seconds left to give the Vikings to 3-2, a much-needed win on their historic international road trip, which started with a 24-21 loss to the Steelers in Dublin. Having been in Europe for 2 weeks, pretty much, and losing last week in Ireland, a W was a must. Receiver Justin Jefferson said, "We couldn't go home on that play in 0-2. Wentz was 9 for 9 on the 10-play winning drive that started on the Minnesota 20-yard line. The Vikings improved to 5-0 all-time in London. Cleveland's loss also spoiled Dylan Gabriel's first start as the Browns rookie put his team 1-4 in position to win by throwing 2 touchdown passes. Fellow rookie Quinshon Judkins rushed for 110 yards on 23 carries. Wentz shook off a shoulder injury that briefly sent him to the locker room and led 2 scoring drives in the second half after the Vikings trailed 10-7 at halftime. The veteran finished 25 of 34 for 236 yards and the touchdown pass. Addison had 5 receptions for 41 yards to complement Jefferson's big game. 123 yards on 7 receptions. Addison returned last week after serving a 3-game suspension for violating the league's personal conduct policy for a drunken driving case last year. Jordan Mason's 3-yard touchdown run gave the Vikings a 14-10 lead, capping an 8-play, 71-yard drive in the third quarter. Gabriel responded with a 13-play, 69-yard drive and a 9-yard touchdown pass to tight end David Njoku on 3rd and goal for a 17-14 Browns lead. Njoku hurdled linebacker Ivan Pace Jr. on an earlier reception. He finished for 6 receptions for 67 yards, trying to tie the game at 17. Vikings kicker Will Ricard had his first miss of the season when he sent a 51-yard attempt wide right early in the fourth quarter Gabriel who was selected as the starter this week over veteran Joe Flacco, completed 19 of 33 passes for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. And it's the same thing every week. We need to do better closing out. That's an offensive thing. Defense, special teams, coaches, players, you name it. It's Browns coach, you name it, Browns coach Kevin Stefanski said the Vikings used some trickery to pull even at 7-7. Running back Cam Akers took a direct snap, tucked the ball to run right before passing to a wide open Josh Oliver, typically blocking tight end for a 32-yard touchdown reception. That was his first career NFL pass attempt for Akers, who was a high school quarterback. Mason's fumble led to 7 points for the Browns. Cleveland's Alex Wright punched the ball out, and the Browns recovered it on the Minnesota 47. Judkins then rumbled right for 32 yards and 9 more on another carry on 2nd and goal from the 1. Gabriel faked a handoff to Judkins and threw left to fellow rookie Harold Fannin Jr. O'Connell said, Madison missing a walkthrough is in not alignment with our standards. I love Jordan Addison. He's a guy that I care about tremendously, O'Connell said. He knows that every guy in that locker room has his back, and he knows that I will never waver in my confidence and belief in him. But at the same time, we've got standards. Jefferson, who provides himself as being a team leader, said he definitely has my words with J.A. It's just all about growing up and just being part of the team and knowing the stakes and knowing that he's a valuable part of this team, Jefferson said. I've just got to do better in keeping him under my wing and making sure that he has his head on straight. Addison did not speak after the game. Neither O'Connell nor Wentz seemed interested in discussing who will be under center in 2 weeks. Wentz started his 3rd straight game, winning 2 of them in place of the injured J.J. McCarthy. I'm just excited we got the win today, and we're going to move forward in this bye and get as healthy as we can in all positions, O'Connell said. Wentz said he doesn't look ahead. I've done that. I'm done doing that. I'm very much trying to live in the moment and appreciate the moment right now, he said. I'm going to enjoy this one and get healthy and see what happens. Vikings Wentz went into the locker room before halftime after taking a hit on his left shoulder. Former linebacker Carson Schweisinger, with 3 seconds left in the first half. Backup quarterback Max Rosmer took a knee on his only snap. Mason was slow to get up after a reception late in the 3rd quarter. The Vikings, they have a bye next week, but before they host the Philadelphia Eagles in week 7. And the Browns are at Pittsburgh to play the Steelers next week. And unfortunately, once again, I have got to give the game balls to the Minnesota Vikings. I cannot give them to the Browns. I'm sorry. Because they fought at 1-4. The Minnesota Vikings are 3-2. Carson Wentz, 25 of 34. That's 236 yards, 1 touchdown. Jordan Mason, I think that's the name, I think. Jordan Mason. 13 attempts, 52 yards, 1 touchdown. And Jordan Jefferson, 70 receptions, 123 yards, no touchdowns. And Dylan Gabriel was 19 of 33, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns. Quinshawn Judkins, 23 attempts, 110 yards. David Njoku, 6 receptions, 67 yards, 1 touchdown. But they have to score more than 17 points. They have to at least put 20 or more points on the board. But the defense had a good game, but they blew it right at the end. And the offense and special teams had looked at, but the offense just did not. It's the offense again, and they need to step it up as well as the special teams. And I'll get back to this in just a moment. Right now, it's time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question, which is a Browns trivia question. In 1990, who was the backup quarterback to the Cleveland Browns' Bernie Kosar? And if you said Mike Pagel, you are correct. Mike Pagel was the backup quarterback to the Cleveland Browns' Bernie Kosar in 1990. I'll have another trivia question on my next podcast, so stay tuned for that. But I really think the Browns really need to beat Pittsburgh next week. What 3 things do the Browns need to do to win this game? Here we go with that once again. And I feel the offense as well as the special teams needs to step it up. They need to rely on the running game, and they need to score more than 17 points, put at least 20 or more points up on the board, and rely on the running game as well. But they really need to step it up because we have to go to 2-4 and not 1-5. So we will see what happens next week, and I'm going to go over all the scores right now, beginning with the one from Thursday night. The San Francisco 49ers beat the LA Rams 26-23 at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. And I give the game balls to Mac Jones and Christian McCaffrey as well. So they're going to give us for that one. And I'll do my picks as well. I took the LA Rams and lost. And so did my brother-in-law took the 49ers. He won on that one. And the Browns lost this morning to the Minnesota Vikings 21-17. I took the Browns and lost. My brother-in-law took the Vikings and won. In Baltimore today, boy, a tough loss for the Ravens with Lamar Jackson being ruled out with an injury today, so he did not play. 44-10, the Texans beat him. C.J. Stroud and Nick Chubb get the game balls for that one. And I took the Texans. I won on that one. And so did my brother-in-law Eric Hoyle took the Ravens. He lost. We had some upsets this week. The Carolina Panthers beat the Miami Dolphins at their home field at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, 27-24. So I give it to Bryce Young. I give the game ball to him. And I took Miami and lost. And my brother-in-law also took Miami and lost. We both lost on that one. And the Indianapolis Colts all over the Las Vegas Raiders at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana, 40-6 today. And I took the Colts and won. And so did my brother-in-law Eric Hoyle. He took the Colts and won. The New Orleans Saints with their first win of the season over the New York Giants, 26-14. And I took the Giants and lost. And my brother-in-law took the Giants as well. So I give the game ball to Jackson Dart. I give the game ball to him. Actually, no, I give the game balls to the Saints. To Derek Carr and the Saints. I give to them. Excuse me. Not Jackson, not the Giants. Derek Carr and the Saints. The Dallas Cowboys beat the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. 37-22. I took Dallas and won. And so did my brother-in-law Eric Hoyle. He won on that one. The Denver Broncos upset the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, 21-17 in the final seconds of the game. Bo Nix with a touchdown pass, and they get the job done. I give it to Bo Nix, the game ball. And I took Philly and lost, and so did my brother-in-law took the Eagles and lost as well. The Tennessee Titans in the final seconds at State Farm Stadium get their first win of the season over the Arizona Cardinals, 22-21. And I took Arizona and lost, and so did my brother-in-law. We both took that and lost. And I give the game balls to Will Levis. I give them to him. I give the game to the Titans. I give them to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Get their first win in Seattle since they had not won in Seattle in more than 20 years, 38-35. Well, it was like what a game though between those two teams. And I give the game balls to Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. And I took Seattle and lost. And my brother took the Buccaneers and won. Uh, the Detroit Lions beat the Cincinnati Bengals at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, 37-24. I took Detroit, so my brother-in-law Eric Hoyle, we both won on that. And the Washington Redskins beat the Los Angeles Chargers 27-10 at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, and I took Washington and won. My brother-in-law took the Chargers, and he lost. So right now, my brother-in-law Eric Hoyle is I gotta look here. 6-6. Yeah, 6-6, and I am 5-7 right now. And the Buffalo Bills, excuse me, and the New England Patriots are tied at 3 at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo, New York. 2nd-7 at the Buffalo 13. Buffalo has the ball. We both have Buffalo for that one, my brother-in-law and I. And tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, the Kansas City Chiefs are in Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. And I have got Kansas City, so my brother-in-law. The best I can do is 7-7, and the best my brother-in-law can do is 8-8. So we'll see what happens. Now, whoops. Moving on to the Guardians. We're going to talk a little bit about the Guardians right now. The Guardians' season has come to an end, and they're running the playoffs as well. The Guardians lost 6-3 Thursday in Game 3 of the American League Wildcard Series. The Guardians had their ups and downs this season, but they did not quit. They never gave up down the stretch. But their playoff hopes ended early, and their playoff season ended early, the postseason for them. And there's a lot on the Guardians' to-do list this offseason, beginning with the offense, and hopefully they will make some moves this offseason. And we will see what happens this offseason. But we do have, but they could trade Stephen Kwan. Never know. We'll keep you updated. But we do have. Right now, in Toronto today, the New York the Toronto Blue Jays beat the New York Yankees at the Sky Dome in Toronto, 13-7, to take a 2-0 lead in that series, and they're up 2-0 in that series right now, and it was a game 2 of the ALDS. And and so game 3 for them, I think, will be um, I think I think Game 3 will be on Wednesday. I think tomorrow or Tuesday, I believe, when it will be. And right now, in the bottom of the fifth, Seattle's up on Detroit, 1-2-0. And see it. And right now, Detroit leads that series 1-0. So that's your major league update. Whoops. And we're gonna get to the Buckeyes, and they beat Minnesota last night, 42-3, at the Horseshoe in Columbus. And and they will play Illinois next week at noon. Wasn't much of a game, but Ohio State just dominated that game last night. And but boy, just Ohio State 5-0 on this college football season in this 2025 season. So but we'll keep you updated on the Browns and the Buffalo and the New York and the New England Patriots game. And and yeah, it was 42-3, and C.J. Hicks and safety Malik Hartford expected to redshirt this season, and they really dominated this game. Oh, but there would be two players missing the rest of the season with that game, and that will be and yeah, CJ. She's entering his last year of eligibility, and the but I think it's Caden Gary and Keenan Johnson will be gone after this season, and more importantly, sitting out the season. Uh, it's Caleb Downs Angela. They'll be sitting out the season, so they'll be gone for this year. But they are there's remaining. They you won't see them at the field for the remaining seven, and before Richard Road applies to the regular season, as you know. But I think we'll still do well and be back in the playoffs and the national championship. And Ryan Day says that this team has really been playing well and wants them to continue to. We have Illinois next week at 12 noon, and that will air on, let me see, it's on YouTube TV that will air on. So, and it's at Memorial Stadium Campaign, and that is in Illinois. It's in Illinois. That's where it's going to be. So hopefully we'll see if the Buckeyes can get to winning that one next week. So, but a very disappointing loss. But I had such a chance to win it, I could not take advantage of it. And the Cavs begin their preseason Tuesday as they take on the Chicago Bulls at home. That'll be at 7:30, and so, and I have to see if that's going to be televised. And I think the Cavs are going to do well this season, and we'll be back in the playoffs this year. The regular season starts October 22nd when the Cavs will take on the New York Knicks. And that'll be on Peacock and Footco as well. So this first preseason game. So, but the Cavs they're really getting ready for this season, and they've been working hard. So we'll see what they do in this first preseason game on Tuesday. So uh, and quickly, I'm going to do a featured player, and I am going to for this in baseball, which is I'm going to do uh, one who has really, and I am going to do uh, player in baseball. And it's going to be Jose Ramirez we're going to do since the Guardians are down, but I want to feature him. And, uh, and Ramirez is a star switch hitting third baseman for the Guardians, known for his elite combination of power and speed, leading to his nickname J Ram. He's an all-around player with a reputation for consistent elite production, and he's relentless hustle that serves as a model for his younger teammates. Ramirez has made franchise history with multiple 30 to 30 seasons, 30 home runs, and 30 stolen bases, and he has recently become Cleveland's all-time leader in extra base hits and total bases. So he's my uh, he's my feature player for this week. My feature player in baseball for this segment. So that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. And I'll be back later this week or this next weekend with another podcast. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.